Well, the trunk not super structure, but it's like in the ground where the tree was cut at.
That's telling you that the roots are dying and decaying. So when you see mushrooms going through your lawn, that means that you have decaying roots underneath.
Oh.
That right there, we'll be looking at a lot of that. That baseball mound.
Yeah.
That's on your handout about how to kill a tree.
So
improper mulching.
do you have one of these, Keith? How to not to kill a tree?
Oh no, I didn't get one.
Yeah. You worried about your woods?
So building up the mulch is not good for you.
Oh no, not at all.
Really?
And everybody thinks so. But
Yep.
they do it all the
It looks
time.
good, that's
That's common. Oh yeah. That's what it does. Looks good.
It's a great view.
So
I rarely
just a
walk
couple
this side.
things, like whenever I'm going to survey a site or anything, first thing I want to know is my orientation. Where's north and where's south? So south is so important because that's where you
Oh,
get the
perfect,
most
perfect.
intense sunlight.
Please.
Things that are planted on the south side of the area.
Perfect. All right. All right. That's gonna be for the blog. That was lit. That was real lit. That was lit.
So, you know what? I'm glad you asked because I'm going to walk you through our key. There are any fruiting bodies on it. Oh wow. Yeah, this tree. Huh. This tree's not very much longer for this planet.
Really?
Right here, yeah.
Oh yeah, I see.
Can't wait to tell Wayne about this in Neighborhood Progress. Can't wait to tell him about this stuff. They got dying trees.
So, when I'm looking at this, first, I'm looking at the leaf arrangement. So, I have multiple leaves on the stem. So, this would be called alternate leaves. If they were opposite, they would be on both sides. So, Mad Buck is one trick that we use. Maple, ash, dogwood, buckeye all have opposite
Mad Buck.
leaves.
Opposite.
Mad Buck.
So when we go to this, we can look at things that have compound leaves. So this has compound leaves, and then we'll just go through. And of course, this is for North America, so it doesn't cover everything.
So you really can't judge a tree by its trunk or name a tree by its trunk. It's really the leaves. So the leaves are like the defining
Yep,
feature?
you look at the leaves, the buds, and the bark can be misleading because if it is if it's a grafted tree, sometimes if they'll use different rootstock from the tree part that's up top. Let's see if this is. Let's look at both sides. So, I guess this will not give us that much information. But this, first look at it, it resembles a hornbeam. And I only have 2 hornbeams in here, but without having more information or seeing these catkins that hang from these, which are the fruiting bodies, it's difficult to tell.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
But with I have a bigger book in my car that I didn't want to bring out that would give us it would be a bit more definitive.
But it's on its last leg, basically, right?
Yeah, that tree's done.
Wow. And it was planted properly? What do you think? What was the reason?
split right up there at the crotch. So with all of this rain and high winds that we've got, if you have weight on there, that thing will split open. Something to have to get in.
Oh.
Wow. There you go.
Oh no, the other day.
So, Damper, can you talk about, oh my God, who's that guy, the Moses Cleveland trees? Aren't there like the oldest trees in, who was the dude that planted trees in Cleveland when we were settled? And they're like the oldest trees in Cleveland?
You know, I do know that Johnny Appleseed came through and planted lots of trees. And I know on the west side there were some because I think Victor Schreckengoss,
Yeah.
the artist from Lakewood, he had done some of the paintings. He did the artwork that elephant
At the zoo, yeah.
but now it's at the Natural History Museum.
Okay. This is where the playground is going, and this is where you planted the trees last year, right?
I did not plant that one.
It's not my work.
How they looking, Damper? These were planted last year.
Okay, that one can be pulled out.
Yeah, this is where the playground's going to be.
They were planted last year. They should still be staked.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And did this stuff come out of the ground here?
Yeah.
Oh, oh, oh.
Well, tell us more, man. No, what do you mean by that? That's glacial rock, by the way. That's glacial rock is what we learned, I think. Bluestone, I think.
And lots of fill.
That's not a good spot for trees?
Yeah. And then what I showed you before, once we get closer, I can show you with this one, with the mulching. Yeah, that one right there. Oh wow, that's a sweet gum.
Yeah, see that one? Yeah, you can tell that one should be
So, on the back of your handouts, you have this thing called How to Kill a Tree. And on the photo. So when you plant a tree and you see mulch up to here, we call that volcano mulching. These roots want to be underground and they're going to come up as close to the surface as they can. But when they do that, they'll wrap around the tree and slowly choke this tree off. So we call these girdling roots. So in nature, you would never see trees mounded with mulch. So you want to see that root flare around here. So all of these are roots that this tree's putting out to take up water. But if it's getting fried, look at that.
Wow.
It's not taking up any water. That's why it's yellowing right here. So this thing is not taking up water at all. This is facing south, right against this road. So the amount of heat coming off of here, think about if you take the air temperature when it's sunny out here, and you can just add a considerable number of degrees to it. And that's what's, you got it frying this tree.
Wow. So trees facing north get more, break that down. Break down.
Since the south side has the most amount of sun,
Okay.
so that's where you would want to have things that really love sun.
Southern
so if you
facing.
plant on the north side of your house, things that won't get sun or love shade, you can plant there.
Got it.
The other thing here to take into consideration, road salt. Road salt spray can fly up to 30 yards off the road in mist. So I'm sure when cars come down here, they plow the streets, they put road salt on here. All of this stuff gets pushed up here, and we know that salt and plants don't mix.
That's right there just tells you, you know, who would have thought when you pass by them.
Right.
Doing that kind of thing.
Right, damage, yeah.
So which way?
So we could either cut through or unless you see anything interesting down there. Like what type of tree is that right there? See, look, I got him. I got him, all right.
You know what? I've driven down this road, I don't know how many times. And I'm just seeing a lot of this for the first time.
That's a bush, right? Is that a bush?
Yep.
That's a bush, okay.
So, for example, something like that up against a reflective surface can be good. And if you have offices on the other side, it can actually help cool the place off a lot.
Okay.
Looks like a fruit tree.
Oh yeah, this is cherry.
What?
And one thing with fruiting trees, especially things like cherries and apples, they're in the rose family. So things that are in the rose family are susceptible to lots of diseases like this is black spot. And this, wow, yeah. So unless these things get treated with fungicide, you know, and I can already see
This is not good news. That's not good news, the Emperor.
no, I mean this is not the right tree for this spot.
Wow. These spots here, these white spots.
This is lichen.
That's what they use to communicate, right?
Well, lichen is something different.
Okay.
This stays on the surface, so this would be what you would call a non-vascular plant. So it's a plant, but it doesn't have the same physical makeup of other plants, where other plants have a vascular system.
Like
this
veins?
doesn't.
This,
Yep.
Oh, it doesn't have veins. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is it good? Is it good that it's on this little hill?
See,
Does that work?
it's like in nature. If this happened, the plant would correct itself. And you can already see
okay.
where the tree tried to slowly correct itself.
Oh, wow, wow.
But yeah, without proper pruning and being thinned out, like you can see, this is kindling right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure I don't lose this down here. Look at that.
Wow. It's on its last days, right? Yeah. And we could cut through right there to save up time too. We could cut through the,
That'll make a nice squirrel habitat.
man. So when would this normally start blooming? I mean, flowering or fruiting?
Spring.
Spring?
Yep.
So like now?
No, it would have flowered already.
Oh, so it didn't flower.
Yeah, my cherry tree's already flowered.
Really?
Yeah.
So are real cherries for
No, because it's like the cherries that we eat aren't from those. They're all in the same family. So when you think about apples, I hope you never have, but I did as a kid. Have you ever eaten a crab apple?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was fine.
We used to have a plum tree in the back. I love crab apples, but they're sour. I love the sour taste.
Are you
It's
supposed
an
to eat
acquired taste, I guess, as you get older.
I think we can cut through here. I think we can. Yes, yes, yes.
So you said you have 2 acres. Then what you plant, you would have to consider carefully, because something like this is barberry.
And Ed, your boss is cool with you coming
See
on these
these
walks?
thorns on
Well,
that?
it is work. It is
This
work. It is
on
work.
the
It is.
invasive
It is
species
work.
list now for Ohio.
This plant.
Yep. So
And they just keep going and just keep taking over and
yep.
choking out other plants.
Yep. And they
Oh.
just get really bad disease. So this is what we would call a fast food plant. It's where you see these in fast food restaurants and parking lots.
Oh, it could be a good deterrent though. 'Cause it's got the spikes.
Yep.
You know, you could use it as a barrier. Yeah. And what about those? I think those are recently
They
planted
actually-
trees too.
They actually say for security reasons, prickly or thorny plants by the window.
That makes sense.
So that it keeps burglars won't want to go break into the.
That makes sense. That makes sense too.
And put it, even if you have an outdoor AC system, because people have been bold now to where those aren't even off limits.
Wow.
Oh yeah, no, they go on top of, you know, VFW Hall on West 61st, in Denison. They went up on top of there, stole all their coils out of 2 brand new air conditioners.
What?
Just for scrap. So
You're
it cost
risking
them
your life.
$8,000, $8,000 to $10,000 just to fix them. that they took for probably $200.
For scrap. Jeez.
So now that we're walking across this parking lot, I can point out these little islands here. That's juniper.
Okay.
So it's a really popular low-growing plant for parking lots. But just think about, we're walking on a dark surface, and when the sun hits and it's here, I mean, you have bricks from that building, a parking lot like this. This is nothing but heat.
Right, a heat island, yeah.
We gotta walk around.
We don't have to. We could, yeah.
So, yep, here's another one, same thing.
Be careful a little bit. Be careful a little bit. Yeah, walk to the side. You want to hold?
This is also a cherry.
Come on, hold on to my.
This one actually-
Come on. We got you. We got you. We got you. You
I'll
should
be the one that falls.
walk sideways. We don't want you to fall.
This is just like the beach.
Yeah, it's just like the beach. Exactly. Just like the beach. Just like the beach, Angelique.
Really big sand.
Just keep going sideways.
So this. This is telling me there's an iron deficiency.
Just because it's light green.
Yep, this is called chlorosis, and when something is chlorotic, it should be green, but
Should be one color green, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So iron deficiency could be the soil. Oh, wow, I'm glad that we're right here. Look at this.
Oh my. Wait.
So,
So that's what that does to it.
I mean,
So when you lay your mulch, how much should you put? Just around the base?
you know what? Have it.
They say mound it down so it doesn't get to the root. You know what I mean? So if you're gonna mound it, dig around so the mulch isn't touching the plant.
Yep.
Like an anthill, almost kind of sort. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want this, like if I had to mulch this tree, I would have that mulch
Just
out to there. Like I have a photo that I took of my little girl. She's 2.5 years old. And I had her stand on next to one of these and on one of these trees downtown, and it was so steep that coming off, she almost fell. And I'm like this. And one thing that happens is, not to knock landscapers, but you send guys out with the truck